next one here, seller JVs. I think this is the most under-tapped market in Australia. It is so many deals can come out of doing joint ventures with existing owners. You know, it can be a strata, it can be a subdivision, it can be a development, it can be a renovation, it can be anything. Just being able to share the profit on a deal with an existing owner. No stamp duty, no commissions. Immediately you're saving that. That goes into profit. That goes into consolidated revenue to share. And you know what? When you're talking to a seller about a property, they may not have had the property on the market, or they might have had the property on the market. But you're talking to that seller about the property, and instead of going in and you know, them seeing you as somebody that's trying to rip them off so you can just get in there and make a whole swag of money, go in there and tell them you want to share the profit with them. That changes the whole gambit. Suddenly it becomes one of, can we work together? Can we work together to make that money? And you've always got to think, when you do any kind of deal like this, you've got to think, what's in it for me, for them? So what's in it for them? Now, in order to do that, you've got to know a lot about that person. You know, you want to find out as much as you possibly can about what their motivation is, what their drivers are, what kind of personality they are, what's going to appeal to them, what do they want to see? And sometimes it's not money. Sometimes it's the fact that they've created something that's going to benefit somebody else. Sometimes it's about the ability to be able to you know, go on and buy a caravan so that they can go around Australia. You know, and rather than talk money, it might be, you know, that once you've done the figures on the deal, and let's say estimate says you're going to make 70 grand out of it. And you're talking to them, and you know, you're talking about how the money will be distributed and how roughly the profitability, probably they'll get another $70,000, and you see it in their face, and $70,000 doesn't compute. And but by talking to them and finding out what they actually want, and what they really want to do is go around Australia, you know, you can show them a 2-year-old Land Cruiser and a caravan that they could have out of the deal. Well, suddenly now it changes, because they're excited about the Land Cruiser and the caravan, but $70,000 didn't compute, didn't mean much. So you've got to know, what's the driver? What is it? You know, and you can see, well, what else could you do with that money? What else can you have, etc. So this is where again, it's a people business. If you can get in there and get to the guts of the person of what can I do for you to benefit you, so that we can do this deal and both of us make money, or both of us benefit. That's what you've got to get to. Now, some people, and I was talking to one of my platinums during the last couple of weeks about a business plan, about doing, you know, deals and things like that, and she said, what do you think? I'm going, well, their business plan was written in a way that it was all fluffy and feely and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, what you've done is you've written a business plan which is targeted toward somebody of a certain personality that likes that touchy-feely stuff, that wants to feel secure, that wants to feel that you got their best interest in heart and all of that kind of stuff. So for the right person, that was a great business plan. She put in the email, would this encourage you to do a joint venture with me? And I said, no, because I'm not that person. You know? Don't write me 15 pages of an email when you can say it in 5 lines. That's the type of person I am. I don't want the touchy-feely stuff. Show me the numbers. Give me the numbers. Show me the FISO. That's what I want to see. You know, don't write this verbose email. If it's too long, I don't read it. So this is where, you know, you've got to understand the personality of the person as much as the deal. It is a people business. I can't stress that enough.
You know, we've moved from just the standard residential purchase, the splitters, and now doing commercial blocks. We got the 5-storey 14-unit development that we're now doing as well. So just our attitude to the types of purchases, the type of property that we're looking at has certainly changed, and that's just been that progression. Maybe 2 years ago we weren't ready, or we were just stuck in that rut, so in this 2 years we've certainly moved ahead on that. It'll all be different, but we've just found her so good. Her generosity with time is, I just can't express it. It's been great. Now we're starting to and try and educate our children. Just the other week we've signed a purchase to property with our youngest son. We'll kind of go into a joint venture with him, and more from a training point of view, education point of view, so that it'll end up being a splitter, and then we'll put a couple of dual occupancies on it. But it's really the education for him as we progress. So, again, that's 12, 18 months ago. We wouldn't have even been considering that. So.